English? Portuguese? I think we are in English. Okay. And Andrea just described who these kinds of talks are, who the target of these meetings are. Curious people, people interested in entrepreneurship, people wanting to maybe change their lifestyle. So who here is interested in entrepreneurship? Thinking about starting their own company? Already started their own company? Ah, lots of hands went down when I said already started their own company. So this, to help you take that step, is why Beta I exists. That's exactly what we do. And the Founder Institute is another way that we have just started this year to help you do just that. So what is the Founder Institute? The Founder Institute is an international network of more than 1,400 mentors, 600 graduates that are spread across the world in more than 30 cities that have participated in this program that we're now bringing here to Lisbon. And what is this program? What do we want to do? We want to help you create meaningful and enduring technology companies. So what does that mean? If you're starting to think about entrepreneurship, if you've taken the leap, or if you're wanting to do it, you know that starting a company is really hard. I know it because I've started one. I've put a lot of effort, a year and a half without making any money, a lot of money of my own, and I might still lose it all. So it's really hard, it's really risky. And that's why it's important for it to be meaningful, not for us, not for Beta I, for you. So meaningful companies for you. We want to help you do your project, whatever it is that you want to do. And something that is enduring, something that spreads throughout the world, something that grows and that helps the world in some way, shape, or form, that improves it somehow. So that's what we want to do. How are we going to do it? So what is this program that we're bringing? It's a process. It's a 4-month process, and where we're going to meet every week on Wednesdays evenings from 7 to 10, and we're going to help you take your idea and turn it into reality. We're going to do that in 15 sessions with the help of collaboration with your fellow graduates and with mentors. So exactly doing what? So there's 3 stages, and that's what we're going to do in the 15 sessions. We're going to talk about the idea itself. What is your vision? What do you plan to do? And how does that fit with the market? We're going to help you research it and make sure that there's a space for it to happen. We're going to help you start up in terms of legal, in terms of financial. What is it that you need to worry about? And finally, we're going to help you launch. So get your brand, your outsourcing, your everything ready. Now this sounds pretty standard, and it is. Any entrepreneurship course is going to have this. So what makes us different? 2 main things. The first one is that the content of this course comes straight from the US, and it's been tested, as I said before, around 30 cities. So the content that we're going to give you is something that has been vetted by a lot of people that have participated. The second thing is all the mentors. So it's not just about the theory. We're not going to tell you about startup legal theory of you need to open your company with this kinds of contracts and whatever. That's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is put CEOs of companies that have done it before in front of you, and they're going to share their experience with you. In many ways, it mirrors what Beta I does every day. Every month we do that here in these Beta Talks. People that have done it before come and share their experience. So in this structured program, you come in, and during these 4 months, we go through the whole thing, and always with the help of mentors. So for each session, there's going to be the content that comes from Founder Institute, and three mentors, 3 local mentors and international mentors that are going to share experiences with you about the content that we're talking about. And what this means is that in terms of results, there's a big change of the community that graduates from the Founder Institute around the world is a lot more successful than the community in general. So after a year, the companies that have been founded through the Founder Institute, 90% survive. That's the exact opposite of the usual percentage of these kinds of accelerators and incubators and of startups in general. Startups in general, a year after incorporation, only 10% of them are still alive. After Founder Institute, 90% are still alive. You can also see in this slide some of the companies that have graduated from Founder Institute and that are very successful today, like Udemy, Zirtual, and Katable. Also, of the ones that have survived, 75% of them are strong. And by strong means growing, hiring, developing products, expanding, getting more customers. So that's what strong means. So there's a percentage there that's alive but struggling. So just to give you the difference. And 42% of them are funded, so they got external funding. This is not a fundraising program, okay, just to make sure, but the companies do get funded. And others bootstrap, get customers, and they don't need investors. So finally, how much this all costs. We've started communicating the program here in Lisbon a couple of weeks ago. We already have 60 applications. The applications until now were free. From now on, they're going to cost 50 euros to apply. If you don't want to pay for the application, come to one of our events. On the day of the events, it's also free. So come join us on one of these Wednesdays. And then it costs 750 euros to cover operational costs. What does that mean? We're going to have at least 3 international mentors flying into Lisbon to be with you here. We're also going to have, the people that participate are also going to have access to a CRM back office platform that gives them access to all the mentors around the world and all the graduates around the world. It's really cool. We have access to all the other companies, to all the other cities that are launching projects right now. And you can see the whole network, and you have lots of content on there, lots of tools to help you build your company. So the 750 covers all the operational costs, the structure costs for Founder Institute. Beta I doesn't, we don't even receive this money. It's charged directly by Founder Institute. That's not where we make money. And then there's one option thing, which is when you graduate, if you start a company, you are invited, it's optional, you're invited to give to a graduation pool 3.5% of your company. If you do that, you participate in the whole graduation pool. So what that means is, imagine that from your graduation team, there are 15 companies that are opened, and 10 of them give their equity, so everybody in those companies owns that equity pool. So, and the mentors also own that equity pool. And what that means is that's an economic incentive for you to collaborate with each other, to really help each other and work as a team, because you all own a little bit of each other. And finally, if you do get external financing of more than 50,000 euros, and by external financing that means not friends and family, not your own money, so external financing, after the program, you're invited to pay 4,500 then of tuition. So if you are successful, we're successful. And that's where we make money. So that's where we get the extra. From the 750, it really covers costs, barely, actually. Finally, another of the big advantage of participating are the partners. So by participating in Founder Institute, you get access to a bunch of free services that you can get for free, free services that you can get for free. For example, the rack space in Amazon Web Services, you get $2,000 per month of free web hosting that you don't have to pay. For example, in my own startup, I'm using this right now, and I'm saving $250 a month on server time that I'm not paying for because I get this. So after a year, it really sums up. It's going to be almost $3,000 that I'm going to save just for having this option. So it's really good. And that's it. I've already gone over time. So I think I'm going to just take a couple of questions. This is the link if you want to apply, fi.co, apply Lisbon. And also my email is right there if you have questions and want to be in touch. And since I've gone massively overboard my time, let's take just a couple of questions. Any questions? No? Was I really clear? Okay.
All costs are for per team, not per member of team.
Okay, that's a great question actually. So the entry into the program is individual. We do not take teams. How we see it is an individual comes in and a company comes out. Okay? Even for the application, we're not even going to ask you if you already have a company, a team, or even an idea. The test when you apply, the test that you take is a personality test to evaluate your potential as an entrepreneur and not the potential of your idea. The belief behind this is that there's ideas out there for everyone. There's newsletters full of ideas. What's important is if you as a human being can implement it, can persevere, can be disciplined, if you're a doer and a go-getter. That's what we're going to evaluate. So it doesn't matter. Just to complement that, if you have a team of like 6 people, for example, we would never tell you or recommend you for the 6 of you to come. That wouldn't make sense. But for example, if you have 2 co-founders, then it might make sense for both of you to come in. But that's something to discuss on a case-by-case basis. Okay? Any more questions?
How do you guarantee that my idea doesn't get stolen by you guys?
I don't, but nobody cares about your idea. I assure you. I assure you. And the reason why I assure you is because if it's a good idea, probably 10 other people have had it already and they're already trying. So what really matters about you, Telmu, is your ability to get it done. It's your passion. I'm doing my own idea. I couldn't care less about yours. And that's the truth about 99% of the people in this room. And that's really...
1%.
The other 1% is busy and doesn't have anything else to do. I assure you that that's not important. But I do invite you to come tomorrow to an ideation workshop that we're going to do. Tomorrow at Startup Lisboa in Baixa at 7 o'clock. We're going to talk about ideas and if they're important or not. And we're going to have a speaker there that's going to share with you 5 ideas that he's currently working on. And if you have the patience, please feel free to steal them. They're really not important. Okay? Okay, and I think that's a good way to end. Thank you very much, everyone. There's my email. Feel free to ping me. I'm not going to be able to stay until the end of the session. So please let me know if I can help you in any way, give you more information. And if you're available tomorrow at 7 o'clock at Startup Lisboa in Baixa, we're going to do an ideation workshop with a speaker that's actually a teacher here in Técnico who's going to talk about ideas. We're going to talk about a methodology to filter good and bad ideas and to decide what you want to think about for the next 5 to 10 years if you really want to go and do that idea. Thank you very much, guys.